Hey guys, welcome back to the Nomadic Foodie. Today I'm going to show you 5 different places in the Florida Keys where you can watch really good sunrise or sunsets. And so if you're planning your trip to the Keys and wondering where are the good beaches and so forth, keep watching because I'm going to show you. All right, let's go. So the first place I'm going to mention is in Marathon. This is in the Middle Keys. So this beach is actually a free beach. This is called Sombrero Beach. It's kind of a fun name, right? This is probably the best free beach in the Florida Keys that we visited. There are a ton of different beaches in the Keys, of course, but Sombrero Beach was free and they had a lot of palm trees. And actually, this is a lot of sand for the Keys because, as I mentioned in another video, the Florida Keys are not really known for big sandy beaches because of all the coral reefs. So here's a quick tour of the things you can expect at Sombrero Beach. They have bathrooms, they have volleyball courts, they have barbecue grills and a playground. They also have really good street parking. So once again, this is all free parking, and contrary to a lot of places that charge for parking or have very limited space, this is actually a pretty good sized parking area. They also have covered picnic tables, so you can totally have a nice barbecue or beach day here and have really nice shade and amenities here at this beach. So once again, if you are looking for that perfect beach day in the Keys, check out Sombrero Beach in Marathon because this is probably, in my opinion, the best free beach in the Keys. All right, moving on, we are heading to Big Pine Key. This is not too far from Marathon. So this is called Bahia Honda State Park. I covered this in depth in this video on the top right hand corner, so you can check it out later if you want. I really liked Bahia Honda because there is this old historic Bahia Honda bridge. You can just take a really short walk up the trail to this bridge, and I like this for sunset because you can watch the sunset on this bridge, which is a really unique experience. And this is just a beautiful state park anyways that you can spend a whole day in. You can do some snorkeling from the beach, and besides the Bahia Honda bridge, you can also watch the sunset from Loggerhead Beach. This is one of the beaches at Bahia Honda State Park, so definitely check it out. It's beautiful here. Another place where you can watch the sunset at Bahia Honda State Park is the Calusa Beach. So I have seen pictures where they take a picture of the sun going down between this gap in the bridge. So I didn't do that, but it would be a very unique photo op if you get that sun in that very middle spot between the bridge. Once again, I definitely recommend Bahia Honda State Park, especially for sunset. And if you happen to be camping at Bahia Honda State Park, after the sun goes down, you can do some stargazing too. This is one of the best places to do stargazing in the Florida Keys. All right, we are moving on to Key Largo. So I have mentioned this place in my seafood tour video that you can check out after this on the top right hand corner. This is Sundowners restaurant. This is a very popular sunset dining restaurant in Key Largo. They have an extensive menu with sweeping views of the sunset. We got a seat here by the water, and it was so amazing to just slowly watch the sunset as we ate our dinner and had our key lime pie. If you prefer to sit inside, because it can get pretty hot in the Keys, of course, if you want to sit in air conditioning, they do have a floor to ceiling glass dining room, so you can sit by the window inside and still watch the sunset. One more note too is, depending on how busy they are, even after you're done eating, you can still stay and watch the sunset and listen to live music. There's a little bench here we sat at to watch the sunset, and it was really beautiful. Okay, so we are heading to Islamorada. This is Morada Bay Restaurant. This is another very popular restaurant. Here you can sit right on the sand underneath these palm trees and watch the sunset as you enjoy your meal. And I actually really liked the food here. And a unique thing here is that there's a lot more space to move around. If you're doing some research on sunset dining in the Keys, you might notice that a lot of these restaurants, they kind of pack in these tables, and it's kind of loud, and they usually have live music. So it might not be as relaxing, but here you kind of have room to stretch. You're already outside and you can walk around a little bit, once again, depending on how busy they are. We actually took a little walk not too far from our table where we saw this really pretty palm tree with a lot of character. I just love this very iconic Florida Keys sunset picture. So definitely check out Morada Bay Cafe in Islamorada for another beautiful sunset spot. And of course, I can't do a video about sunsets in the Florida Keys without mentioning Key West. So I do have a really unique spot for you. A lot of people will tell you about Mallory Square. There are a ton of restaurants in Key West, but if you want a really unique experience, you should check out Sunset Key. This is a private island off of Key West, and you can come on a boat that is included if you make a dining reservation. So you can enjoy your meal at sunset on a private island, and you can totally escape the crowds and have something more relaxing and a little more upscale. So this is perfect for romantic dates or celebrations like an anniversary, or if you're celebrating your honeymoon. This is definitely an awesome place to check out. And last but not least, you can of course just keep your eyes open when you're driving. This is a picture from when we were coming back from Key West to Islamorada, and the sunset was just blazing. Like, it was so beautiful. We stopped briefly at a little rest stop and took this picture. It was gorgeous. So just keep your eyes open. Even if you're driving, you know, you might be able to catch an awesome sunset even just from the highway. And this is a bonus one. When you research the beaches in the Florida Keys, you might come across a beach called Anne's Beach. This is in Islamorada. So this is a free beach, and when I was doing research on it, it sounded like it could be a good spot, but when we got there, we're totally disappointed with the beach itself, and I'm gonna tell you why. So once again, this is a free beach. They do have 2 parking lots, and one of them does have a bathroom, but it's a really small parking lot. So one of the parking lots only have like 10 or 15 parking spots. It's really small. So number one, the parking is pretty bad. Another thing is this faces east, so don't come here for sunset, but it's good for sunrise. So if you do get up early in the morning, there are almost no cars here, especially in the off season. So you can actually just stay in your car and watch the sun go up if you'd like. This would be a good spot for that. So Anne's Beach, they do have really cool driftwood looking trees. I think they would make for some really interesting photos, especially against the backdrop of sunrise if you happen to be here for sunrise. Along the boardwalk, there are gazebos where you can just use these covered picnic tables. You can have a picnic here, although I will tell you there is a very distinct marshy smell. If you go on Google Maps, you can just read about the smells here, so it might not be very appetizing if you're trying to have a picnic and, well, it smells pretty bad. You might not want to eat here. There's a section with a gazebo and a sandbar, so I just thought I'd check it out. I got in the water on the sandbar, but yeah, just enough to know that I wouldn't spend a long time here, and we didn't. We checked it out. The sand is more muddy and murky, and they do allow dogs here, so they are pet friendly, but the caveat to that is, you know, once again, it adds to the smell. This is definitely not the best place to go swimming or to lay on the beach, because once again, the sand is kind of muddy and there's not much sand to begin with. So if you hear someone talk about Anne's Beach in Islamorada about being a good free beach, well, now you can see for yourself and decide. All right, so there you have it, guys. These are spots that we checked out in the Florida Keys for sunsets, or, you know, for beach days. And of course, there are other spots, but I just covered these 5 that we went to. And if you have other suggestions for places to visit for sunset, please feel free to leave me a comment below. If you are new here, my name is Kat. I am the Nomadic Foodie, and I do travel guides and food guides around Florida. So if you want to see more of where to go and where to eat in Florida, please subscribe and stay tuned.